Hi there, I'm Angie Rees, welcoming you to week 9 of HAR 656, Evidence-Based Practice and Healthcare Information. This week we have a couple of audio recordings for you in the form of a debate between my colleagues Dr Andrew Booth and Dr Alan O'Rourke. In the two parts of the debate, Andrew in part 1 will present the case for evidence-based practice and why he thinks it's a good thing. Andrew's background is as an information specialist and as a lecturer in evidence-based medicine and practice here at SHAR. In part 2, Dr Alan O'Rourke will present the case against evidence-based medicine and practice. Alan's background is as a GP, so he comes at it specifically from kind of a clinical background. When you've listened to both the audio recordings, like I said, they are audio, not video, so don't worry if no person appears on the screen, they're audio recordings. We would like you to post your responses to a blog that we've set up in the week 9 folder in the MOL Classroom. So if you could go into that blog and just click on create a blog post and then put your responses into the debate for or against or neutral about evidence-based medicine and practice, we'd appreciate that. We particularly appreciate your inputs or based on your own experience or possibly lack of it, depending on the background that you've come from in evidence-based medicine and practice. Those of you with a clinical background are more likely to have come across some of these things before. Those of you who are sort of clearly from an IT background may have found some of the stuff that we've been covering over the last few weeks sort of newer and something you've perhaps got less experience of, or you may have done alternatively. Either way, we'd like to hear your views, and if you could post them to the blog, Anna and I will be responding to your posts over the coming week. Coming up in week 10, we have a briefing written by my colleagues Paolo Gardois and Andy Tattersall, and that's on new technologies to support evidence-based practice, where they'll be looking at all kinds of ways of managing and filtering information about evidence-based practice, including RSS feeds and social media and various other useful tools. So that's a briefing document that will be coming up next week. In the meantime, we hope that you enjoy both the videos. We look forward to seeing your blog comments and responding to them, and we will look forward to joining you again next week for part 10, which will be the final week of the module.